Today we're going to talk frugality and 10 daily frugal habits that will save you lots and lots of money, because I'm all about saving money and little simple things that can add up big in the long run. Hi friends, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. I'm Kelly and my channel is all about living life well in a budget. And a budget doesn't constrict and let you not do anything. No, it gives you freedom. And I'm all about saving money, like I said. So today we're going to talk about frugal habits. And I have learned a lot about frugality in this past couple of years. Sometimes I am very frugal, and then other times I am extravagant. And I am able to be extravagant because we are debt free, because we have saved and scrimped in the little things, so that in the big things we can do a lot of fun, super fun things with our money and do vacations and buy a house and all this other stuff. So I have done a lot of research on this, and I've really found that with frugality is a learned behavior. So it's either learned by your parents, your grandparents passing it down. They were always frugal, and then so you grew up frugal, or it's something that you had to learn yourself. Maybe you hit rock bottom. Maybe stuff happened and your finances forced you to be frugal. That's what happened to me, is poop hit the fan and I had to, it was the all or nothing. That was my only choice, was to be frugal or to go into like way more debt than I already had and just get deeper and deeper and deeper in debt and live off a credit card. So I learned to get control of my money. I learned to master a budget and all that. So we're going to talk about some frugal habits. The first one is frugal people have learned not to waste, and especially food waste. We as Americans especially waste so much food. I think that they say that we waste on average 50% of the food that we buy. That is crazy, absolute crazy, but honestly it's true. How many times do you get on like a health kick or whatever it may be and buy all these groceries and then half of it goes to waste? Yeah, a lot. We do. I've recently started this new thing where I don't go to the grocery store unless I absolutely need to. I went last month 2 times. I went 2 weeks without going to the grocery store because one, I was lazy and didn't want to go, and then I was like, all right, what can we do? Like, how can we get out of going to the grocery store? Because I really didn't want to go. So I was like, I have chicken thighs in my freezer. I have this in my pantry. I have this. Okay, I can make a meal out of that. I can make a meal prep out of that for the week. And then I can figure out dinner, and we usually do like simple dinners for dinner. We do like breakfast for dinner or something simple like that. And so I was like, I think I can get out of going to the grocery store. And I was like, Kelly, this is an awesome way to save money. So now if I don't need to, I don't go to the grocery store unless I absolutely have to. And yes, this may be a little bit easier for me because it's just Jamie and I, and we don't have a family, we don't have kids and all of that stuff. But honestly, guys, if you can go without going to the store, try and cut down one time a month, or, stretch it to a couple more days or whatever it may be, you're gonna save so much money, and you're gonna really learn that you can stretch your pantry items and, not restock until you're out. I've really learned that the hard way from throwing out tons of expired foods in my pantry, throwing out expired meats or meat that was frostbitten. It just, it sucks. I hate to do it, but trying to go that extra time without going to the grocery store, or if I make my list and I'm like, okay, I can eat from the pantry from all of these things and I only need like 3 or 4 items in the grocery store, I'll be like, okay, what can I do? How can I get creative? What can I substitute these for? Or what can I do to really see if I can go without going to the store? It's really made a big difference in our grocery budget. It's a huge frugal habit that's going to save you a ton of money. Number 2 is frugal people learn to cook from scratch. Now, I want to preface this with, it's all about your journey, and some people's journey is different than other people. Some people cook a lot at home, but they're eating a lot of those prepackaged foods. Now it's still cooking at home, and then you have other people on their journey that are getting takeout every night because they work 100 hours a week, and they really, it's a struggle. They get home at 8, 9 o'clock and then they have to cook dinner. Yeah, they don't want to cook dinner. So it's all about your journey. So I'm going to preface this with that, but buying things like pre-cut veggies, pre-cut foods, buying those pre-packaged freezer meals, those are going to cost a lot more in the long run than if you were to cook from scratch, if you were to make your own bread, if you were to cut your own veggies and all of that. But with that being said, if you're buying those pre-cut veggies, a rotisserie chicken, stuff like that at the grocery store, it's still going to be cheaper than eating out or getting takeout. So figure out where you are on the spectrum and then see what you can do to cut back. I don't think you need to go from eating takeout every night to then going everything cooking from scratch and up till 1 o'clock in the morning cooking dinner because Kelly told you have to cook from scratch. No, it's all about your journey. It's all about your process, but trying to cut back a little bit, you know, see where you're at and then, okay, how can we cut back more? What can we cook from scratch more? Or what can we meal prep? And in the long run, you know, maybe we can make some freezer meals, some with those Ziploc freezer meals. Those are awesome, guys. And then you just dump them in. Sunday you do a big batch of them, and then during the week you can throw them in the crock pot. Dinner's done. Those are great. Number 3 is frugal people do not waste energy. Did you know that when you have items plugged in and they may be off, they're still pulling energy? Yeah, they are. And they say that if you're going around and unplugging energy and unplugging items, it can save up to 10% on your electric bill. That is huge, guys. 10% on your electric bill every month by just unplugging things. So an easy way to get around this is a power strip. If you have a bunch of stuff, like for me, I have my lights, I have my monitor, I have all of this stuff, my chargers for my battery, I have them all on a power strip. So when I finish filming, I can just unplug the power strip, and then when I'm ready to film again, I can just do that, plug it back in, and then I don't have to replug everything, and that way it's not drawing power and I'm not getting charged for it. Another thing is those little outlets. You know, the plugs that you have for babies to prevent them from sticking their fingers and forks and outlets. If you put those on all of your exterior, all of the outlets that lead to like exterior walls, it's gonna save a ton of power. If you're living in a cold environment, heat is coming in from there. If you're living in a hot environment like me in Florida, heat is getting out. Or the heat is coming in and you're having to pay more to cool the house. It's crazy. If you ever put a match over by it, not on the outlet, but close to it, you can see the wind coming out if you're doing it on a windy day. It's gonna save you a lot of money by putting those little outlets that are like $1 for 50, putting them all around on every outlet on the exterior wall, and then if you need the item, you just unplug it. That's what I do with my coffee pot every time that I make coffee. I just take the little outlet thing out and then plug my coffee maker in. When I'm done, put the little blocker back in. Also laundry, are you doing half a load at a time? That's gonna take up so much energy. It's really important to make sure you have a full load of laundry. If you can, hang dry your clothes. That's also gonna save you a lot of money. It's also gonna save on wear and tear of your clothes. When you're using the dryer and the tumbling, it really beats up your clothes and they're not gonna last as long. If you do have to use the dryer, a couple hacks are dryer balls. They're amazing. They save so much energy. They kind of beat out the wrinkles. I don't use dryer sheets at all. And then also putting a dry towel in your laundry is going to help soak up some of that moisture, and it's actually going to cut your drying time down a lot. So those are some laundry hacks there. Would you guys like me to do an updated video on how to save money on your electric bill? I did one years ago and I would love to do a new one for you, so let me know down below if that is something that you're interested in. I don't want to do it if you guys don't care, but let me know down below in the comments if you want to see that video. And lastly with this is Offpeak Hours. My company, my electric company, their Offpeak Hour system is really weird. They charge a different increment for like cost per unit of their off-peak hours. So I did the math and it would actually cost me more to do the off-peak hours, but check with your electric company. I know Graham Stephan is huge on off-peak hours and he is always promoting it. So call up your electric company, see if it's something that they offer, and then what happens with that is they'll have certain hours of the day that you want to use the majority of your electric on. So you want to run the dishwasher at that time, you want to do laundry at that time, you want to vacuum at that time, you want to do all of their stuff at that time. So because during those hours, the cost per unit for electricity, however it's measured, is cheaper per unit than during the other times. So it's a great way to save some money and to really get all of your energy usage in that time as much as possible. Obviously you're still gonna have to run lights or whatever it may be during other times of the day, but you want to have the bulk of it during that time. It's really great for, you know, maybe stay-at-home moms that can have all of their laundry and piled up and ready to go at that time. It's a really, really great way to cut that electric bill. Next is that frugal people question their purchases. They're asking questions like, do I really need this? Can I find this cheaper? Can I find an alternative? And really just thinking hard about those purchases, not just buying off the whim, but really questioning each and every purchase that they make. Next is frugal people find free activities. Have you looked on your city's Facebook page or the cities all around you? Ours are posting tons of free activities all the time, whether they be like free concerts or free festivals or farmers markets or different things like that. But there's so many amazing free festivals and free different things. They recently had one of those like chalk things where they had streets shut down and people are making this beautiful art on the street, and it's like these huge murals and stuff, and it was free. And then they have vendors and different things that you can pay for, but to go and walk around, get some fresh air, bring your dog, whatever it may be. Really, really fun, free activity that gets you out of the house, something different. You're not having to spend money, but check out those local Facebook pages. They're really, really great. Also find your city on Instagram. A lot of times they post free things to do as well and kind of get you in the know of what's going on in your neighborhood. Next is frugal people love plugins and coupon codes and all those fun online ways to save. So do you use Honey? Do you use Ebates? Both of those are really, really great. Honey, what it is a free extension and it will search for all the coupon codes for you. And then Ebates is I love Ebates. I've made or gotten back like $1,700 of Ebates. I was looking at it the other day. It's crazy. So what Ebates does is if you're shopping at your normal places like Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond, I don't know, all these really cool places, Macy's, all these places online, what you can do is you go to I still call it Ebates, but it's really Rakuten. So you go to Rakuten.com and then you go to Macy's from there, and then you shop, do your normal purchases through Macy's, but it activates cash back. It'll be like activating 5% cash back, activating 12% cash back, 3% cash back, whatever it may be. And then when you shop, then it does the cash back deals for you, and then you get a check every 3 months or PayPal every 3 months. And they also have a plugin, so if you go to a site that's Ebates approved or Rakuten approved, there's a little pop-up that says activating blah 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 cash back. Would you like to? And you say yes please, duh. And then you get the cash back in form of PayPal, which is awesome. So great ways to save. With Rakuten, if you've never used it before, I do have a $10 code for you that when you do and you make your first purchase, you get $10 bonus to start off, which is awesome. And then I also have it for Honey as well. I don't know if there's a bonus for you back, but I do have the Honey link down below in the description for you as well. Next is frugal people shop smart. So marketers know that we have been programmed and trained to think that buying in bulk is going to be cheaper. You know, you go to Costco, you go to Sam's, you go to BJ's, all those places, you're going to pay less because you're buying in bulk, right? They've learned the tricks. So a lot of times the single use, or not the single use, but like the normal jar of peanut butter is oftentimes cheaper than the 3-pack jars of peanut butter. So you have to look at the cost per use. I love Aldi, how they have it right there on the sticker. A lot of actually stores are doing this now as well, but you can look at the cost per unit or the cost per ounce, whatever it may be, and then do a price comparison. I have a price comparison sheet that I keep in my purse with me, and then all the items that I'm buying a lot, like almond milk, cheese, cream cheese, almond flour, all of those different things. And then when I go to Costco, I can look at it. When I go to Aldi, I can look at it. When I go to Walmart, I can look at it and see what's going to be the cheapest deal for me. And then I only buy at the lowest price. And then if they don't have it on the price tag, just pull out your phone. There's a calculator there. Do the quick comparison, do the quick math, or even look on Amazon. Sometimes I'll be in Aldi or whatever it may be, and I'll pull up the Walmart app, I'll pull up the Amazon app and see if it's cheaper somewhere else. A lot of times those apps that even have it so you can scan the barcode and it just pulls up the item in right there. Next is frugal people love the library. And I remember going to the library as a kid, and then as I became, in college and everything, so I stopped going to the library. But now that I'm an adult, I love the library. I love the free audiobooks, the free movies, the free magazines that I can flip through, the Overdrive app, like where I can get my audiobooks right there. Also, if you have kids, they have so many activities in the library for free. They even can rent rooms if you have birthday parties or speaking events or whatever it might be. Look into your local library, because a lot of times they have those rooms that you can rent for free, which is a huge, huge money saver right there. Also, frugal people do not impulse shop. We love really just thinking about our purchases. I personally create a wish list. If there's something that I want and I'm like, do I want it? Like, do I need it right today? Or or whenever it may be. No, okay, I'll put it in my cart. I'll wait a week, see if I really still want it in a week. If I don't, then I'll take it off. If it's like, yeah, I want it, but not right now, I'll put it in a wish list. And then when my birthday or Christmas comes around, I can give that wish list to my family and say, hey, these are the items that I want. This is a great list to buy off of. And then they love it because they're not racking their brain. What the heck do I buy? As birthdays comes up, like for my husband, I'm like, what do you want? Just tell me what you want, because I've got nothing. So when he has that Amazon list, I can be like, all right, that'd be perfect. That'd be great. And then it's a win-win for both of us. He's getting what he wants, and I know that what I'm getting him is something that he's actually gonna like. Honestly, don't have to put too much thought into it. It's a win-win. And then also with that is throughout the year, if I'm seeing something that would be great for my husband or great for my mother-in-law or father-in-law, whatever it may be, I'll buy it at that time, or I'll do some research. I'll figure out what it is so that when their birthday comes and they don't have a wish list for me, I'm not like, oh crap, what the heck am I gonna get them? It's the last minute. Okay, now I have to pay for express shipping because I waited till last minute. No, I have it in my closet for them and it's ready to go and just need to wrap it. Next is that frugal people love hand-me-downs. If you walked through my apartment a couple years ago, I could point to so many different items, be like, I got that from Uncle Doug. I got that from this person. I got that from this person. Oh yeah, that came from over there. I had so many hand-me-downs in my house. It's not matched, but guys, I got it for free and it worked. And honestly, guys, it doesn't have to be forever. You know, there's so many times where, and honestly, guys, it doesn't have to be forever. Now that we're debt free, we went and we furnished our house. We did it piece by piece, room by room. We didn't go out and spend 10 grand on a weekend. No, we went and spent a little bit here, a little bit there. And now our whole house is pretty much furnished. And it's all matching. It's all stuff that we love. It's all quality pieces that we really took a lot of time into and loved and did our research on. So it's not forever. You know, there may be times you may be in a situation where you have to accept hand-me-downs. Maybe hand-me-down clothes, maybe hand-me-down furniture, maybe hand-me-down pots and pans or dishes or whatever it is. But that doesn't mean it has to be forever. And I think that a lot of times we get into that mindset of like, no, then I'm always gonna have this and I don't wanna have a house that's not matched and all that. Like, no guys, when you get to that point after debt and where you can afford these things, then you can go out and buy stuff you love. Like this is one of my favorite pieces in this entire house, this barn door set. I absolutely love this. It's my style. I love the color. I just love it. Guys, we pay cash for it and it's okay. So there's not like you're tied to it for the rest of your life. No, you can go out and enjoy things later on. We're gonna keep the conversation going with how I save 50% of my income, all the tips, everything that I'm doing to increase my savings rate and to help you guys get there as well. And a lot of times it doesn't have to be that you have to save 50% of your income. I get so many comments that I only make $2,000 a month. There's no way I could live off of $1,000. Okay, I totally get that. And I'm not saying you need to get to 50% right now, but is there little things that you can do to save money along the way? If you can increase your savings rate by 1%, 2%, that's still a huge win. So I'm gonna break it all down for you. I'm gonna give you some really actionable tips in that video. So I'll see you in that video.